Today, I'll be taking you through the panel discussion. It is a very brief discussion. We want to really understand you and your achievements, so it will be as brief as possible. So I'll be asking a question at a time, and you will all be answering in the sequence. Kindly, let's time well, so that we don't go into lengthy discussions. That is my prayer for all of you. So the first session, I think all of us would want to know you. We know your names, we know what you do, and so maybe something that we do not know about you, just as your identity. So briefly, can you tell us something that we don't know about you? You can start with your name, of course, and then tell us the other thing. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Dorcas Mlugu, the elected MCA in Ronge Ward. And first, let me apologize for coming late. I was out of the county. I've just arrived. And I felt it was important that I attend this event. So something that you don't know about me, I don't give up. I'm a fighter.
Thank you. Let's hear from the president.
Thank you very much, Audrey. My name is Milka Riga. I am a mother of one. Wow, how many things would you like to hear? Just one.
Just one that you'd really want us to know.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking. I'm just trying to prioritize them in my head. But I think the one thing that no, I think this one people know. The one thing that probably a lot of people don't know is that I am right now. Okay, I'm someone who battles depression and anxiety, and therefore I'm a champion for mental health.
Wow.
Jambo everyone.
Jambo.
Good evening. My name is Lydia Haika Mizigi. Yes, you know me, and that one thing maybe many of you don't know about me is that I'm in love with Jesus.
Wow.
Taveta. My name is Christine Kilalo, and I'm a very courageous lady. Kufika pale nimefika, imechukua mkono wa Mungu, lakini pia I don't give up. Yeah. You don't know about me. I interact a lot. I interact a lot. That is what people don't know about me.
So this evening, make sure you get your chance. Huh? Yeah, she can accommodate all of us. Tuwapigie makofi. Now, as we move on, now that we've heard something about you that we don't know, we also would like you to tell us one achievement that you're particularly proud of that has impacted on women or girls, whether it is in this county or wherever it is, but you have achieved that and you are very proud of it. So that one major achievement that you have made that makes you very proud, that it had an impact on women or girls.
My main achievement was on 9th of August 2022, where Dorcas comes from a family of nobody. My father is a nobody, my mother is a nobody. They're just primary retired school teachers. But I I had gone through a lot during the campaign season. And even when I was declared winner, I thought it was a dream. I was in one of the polling stations in Mwakaleri. I received all the results. And then the first person to inform that, we have won this thing was Mheshimiwa Haika. And she asked me, serious? And then I had to hesitate a bit. Then I said, okay, I told her, I think we have. Let me confirm that this was one of the best achievements I've ever had in my life at this age.
All right. How do you think it has impacted on women and girls?
As we know in Taita Taveta culture, it's not easy for a woman who is not married, who doesn't have kids, and believed to run for a political position, because I faced a lot of resistance. I was called names, but I kept on pleading with the women, please don't listen to what they're saying. Listen to what I'm telling you. So if you come to Ronge, they'll tell you we have a lady who ran against 10 men. And we managed to vote for her because she convinced us. I just had a convincing language. If I was a man, maybe I would win so many women hearts. I assume. Thank you.
All right, tumpigie makofi.
And maybe I would tell the women of Taita Taveta, it's possible. It's possible. Whatever background you come from, whatever battles you face, you only need to be determined, focused, and you let God. So it's possible for anybody, for any woman, for any girl in this county. It's possible.
Very possible. We now have a role model. Makofi kwake. Yes, Madam President.
I think the one thing, I think I would say it's a quality which has led me to do several things. And that quality would be being daring, to venture out there. And I think that's how the idea of the professional women came up. I think that's how the idea of the Happy Children Initiative came up. I think that's how the idea of even joining Miss President, and not just joining, but going all the way to the end. Because, trust me, I think Madam Lynette has touched on it a bit, it was very easy to give up in between. But I think I decided that I will be bold, I'll be daring, and I will go to the very end. So I think the way in which it has impacted women and girls, of course, through the two organizations that I have just mentioned, one that has brought us here tonight. We have been able to do a lot of things in this county. And through the other one, for which the sashes are all over my body tonight, I think I have been able to push myself to beyond my limits, or to be pushed beyond my limits.
Okay.
And at the same time to prove to girls and women that no matter what your circumstances are, you can go anywhere, you can achieve anything, and that there is hope. And I think the very fact that we now stand as role models to the women and the girls is something to write home about. So there's a future for the women and the girls because of what we have done, what we have dared to do.
Thank you. The question is, are you daring enough? She has gone through the waters. She's out safely. So all of us can dare. Sawa sawa? So let's give her a clap for that. So Mama County.
For me, that one achievement that makes me very proud of myself is an initiative that I started. It's called Widows for Widows. We have a group of women who are widows who go around in this county of Taita Taveta. They speak to other widows. They bring a word of hope. They encourage them. And we have gone to an extent of building homes for widows whom we have come across in a really dire situation. We have done several houses for widows, and that one comes back to me as with a lot of fulfillment. So I am proud of that. That is one thing I can say for sure. There's one other big one which is coming, which is going to be a showstopper, but I'm not going to preempt it here.
Thank you so much. We are proud of you. Madam DG.
Thank you so much. For me, the one big achievement, which I always remember, is the first time I went into the political contest. That was 2002. I contested the Voi parliamentary seat, and I was the only woman against 6 men. And why I'm proud of it is because I endured until the end. Those days they would say, huyo ataondoka tu, kwani atamaliza, hawezi kumaliza afike kwa debe. But I went to the end, and for me that was an achievement. Why I consider it an achievement, it encouraged a lot of women to start contesting. And these days I keep looking back and see the numbers increase. And as the numbers increase, we are going to get women elected. So I am encouraging the women and the young girls. Step out, because the county of Taita Taveta needs the women in leadership positions, especially political leadership. We are there in many other sectors, but in politics, not yet. And that's why the third administration in devolution, Taita Taveta County, is still electing only one woman for MCA. We still have a lot to do, but we need courageous women to come out. That is what we need. And it is possible. I have been at it from 2002 until today. I never gave up. And here I am. And I'm an encouragement to many women and many girls. And even men, they are encouraged because of where I am now. So I thank God for that opportunity which He has granted me. Kwa neema yake tu. So thank you so much.
Asante sana, Madam DG. We should be daring from 20 to 0020 002 to 2022. Hesabu ya haraka inakwambia nini? Miaka 20. Na mimi na wewe tu mtu ametushtua, then we are out. So can we jump into the boat again? So let us applaud them again. Finally, I say that this session will be very brief. My final question, or I would like you to give your comment on your plan for the women and girls of Taita Taveta in your current term or in your current positions. So what is your plan for the women and girls of Taita Taveta in your current term?
Thank you very much. 3 years back, I started a campaign of keeping girls in school. So I did it in Ronge because of finances. And I want to thank those who supported me. Some of you are seated here. God bless you so much. I still feel that girls are not attending classes adequately as required. And therefore, it is important as a county government, including all the elected and nominated members in the House, that we should have a budget whereby we will have girls staying in school throughout for sanitary towels. Because a packet of sanitary towels is 50 bob. But I came to realize there are people who cannot afford that. And as I went around in all the schools in Ronge, I would ask, is there anybody here who cannot afford to get sanitary towels for whatever reasons? And one girl really broke down when I gave her 48 pieces. She told me she has a heavy flow and she cannot afford, And she was excited, so it became my responsibility that I make sure that in every month I have issued her with a packet of sanitary towels just to make sure that she's in school. As we speak, she joined Mary Girls. She had 364 from 258 when I met her. So I feel it is important we take it as a consideration. It's a campaign I did even with the boda guys. Please give me hata kama ni 50 bob our wasichana wabaki shule, because even I came to realize some boda guys took advantage of them. And that's how we had so many pregnancies. But I thank God this time round in Ronge we didn't have quite a number of them. They were around three girls who were pregnant before they did their exams. For the women, we have a lot of funds in government where women have not accessed them. So first of all, as leaders, I feel it is important we take them through civic education. They understand how to invest, how to get the funds, how to utilize them. And if we have 3-4 groups, I've seen quite a number of groups. There's a group in Kasigao. Mama Haika has really focused on them, and they're doing very well. So if we could have the same, we combine what we are getting from the county and the national government, I feel that our women would not be the same again. Yes.
Thank you. Tumpigie makofi hapo. And we are praying that it all goes through. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So my focus, apart from focusing on women, is I have been focusing on children. And not just on children, but on girls. And on this front, I'd like to speak about teen pregnancy, which is something that I have handled. And I think some of us who are here know that we have worked together to take girls who are teen mothers or who have been teen mothers or who got pregnant while they're teenagers back to school. And as we speak, the unfortunate thing is that Taita Taveta right now, from the Kenya Demographic Health and Health Survey that was done for 2022, is that Taita Taveta is actually leading the counties of coast. We've actually surpassed Kwale and Kilifi County. Yes, we have, at 18%. So 18% of all our teenage girls are actually either pregnant or mothers. And these are girls from the age of 9. So what I'm focusing on, and I think maybe later, Mr. Harrison Manga from Media Focus on Africa, because I don't have an office per se as Miss President, but it's, I think from the award that I got from being the third, I would like to start a teenage pregnancy prevention program, which will also include a support program for those who are already mothers or are already pregnant. Why do I say this? This is because when a girl gets pregnant, their outcomes in terms of education, in terms of economic, in terms of social status are changed for life.
Yeah, true.
And when a girl gets pregnant, the chances of them falling pregnant again, because of the
Very
desperation, because of the poverty, because of the back to school policy, which we don't exactly follow, they're not able to reach their outcomes as they could if they did not get pregnant. And one of the things is the sanitary towels, which Mheshimiwa has spoken about passionately. And there are so many other things. And I would say it's a socio-economic problem which all of us need to handle. Now, I'm not going to do it alone. Why? Because efforts in other counties, banning Disco Matanga and other things, efforts by one person will not bear fruit. But it has to be efforts by everyone, starting from the parent who needs to talk to the child. And you see that in Taita Taveta County and other counties, the girl has become like a football. Anakuja hapa, anapigwa, anaenda kule. So mwalimu anassume mtoto anafundishwa nyumbani, mtoto afundishwe nyumbani. Mzazi anassume mtoto anafundishwa shuleni lakini so anarushwa. Kanisani wanassume anafundishwa lakini anaambiwa tu usionekane na mvulana, you know? So we're going to have a multi-sectoral approach. So I'm going to come to you, Mheshimiwa, and the rest of the Waheshimiwa who are here. Mama Haika, I'm going to come to you. Mama Mheshimiwa DG, I'm going to come to you. And every other person. For the women, we actually produce 70% of the local income, rural income, but we only own 1% of the land. And it's not just land, it's basically ownership of property. So I would like us to work together also in that front to help women to know how can they gain property. These chamas that we have, the merry-go-rounds where we save money, 200 bob, 2,000 bob. At the end of the year, we give each other, we buy unga for Christmas. Can we actually do a table banking that will help us to grow so that we're able to put the money in a bank so that we're able to get loans to be able to develop ourselves? So property ownership and basically growing economically as women. It is something that I would like us to do, and I'll be knocking on several doors for that.
Thank you. Thank you for responding. I was keeping quiet to see what you will do.
Thank you very much, Milka, Madam President. And as you knock the doors, knock mine first. I'll be there for you.
Asante sana.
What was that question again?
The question was, what is your plan for the women and girls of Taita Taveta in your current term?
Thank you very much. It's not that I forgot, but I wanted people to hear the question one more time. And I want to say this. When you empower women, you are empowering the whole society. And therefore, I have so many programs for women, but I'll speak of one. At the moment, there's a lot, we are in trouble as a country. There's drought, people are dying of hunger, and we need to talk about it. And when we talk about it, we can't forget to talk about climate change. This time I want to tackle climate change in Taita Taveta. I have a program that I'm going to roll out for women. I think by the end of that program, wamama wataniita wamatangi, because I want to roll out a water harvesting program. I have a program that I'm going to be issuing water tanks to women. Most of the time, and even at this time, I receive so many calls from women and not men. When they see their children starving, the man might be out there chatting and maybe drinking, having one for the road with friends. But it is this woman who is in the house, who is looking at the children, sleeping hungry and stuff like that. So I have this program of how prepared are we? Because yes, there's drought, but someday, and we are praying hard, that we are praying for rains. How prepared are we when the rain comes? Are we going to let all this water flow all the way to the oceans and everywhere? How are we going to harvest this water? So I have this program that I'm going to roll out, a water tank program. I'm still working on it, and I want to, if possible, every home to have a water tank where they can harvest water, where women can have their kitchen garden. In case of anything, wanatoka hapo nje, wanachuna mboga yao, baba akileta unga, mama unachuna mboga yako hapo, unapikia watoto. So I want to roll out that program. And again, in Kenya Kwanza, our slogan was Pesa Mfukoni. And therefore, we have a lot of empowerment programs that we are going to do. We are going to give, as usual, we do give grants. But this time, it's going to be more, because even the president has given us some more money. We bless the Lord for the president. We went and saw him the other day. And as women rep, we have 1 billion added to the amount of money that we were given. It is an achievement, women. We need to celebrate it. We've had very little money. Very. Na hiyo ndo tumekuwa tukikimbia nayo all over. Now we have some money added to our kitty, and that money is going to go to women's pocket. And I am happy for my sister Dorcas and my sister, Madam President here, Milka and DG. They are here mashinani with the women. Please, as you go, tell the women about this money, do civic education, so that as I come, because we are the national government. But when I come down here and they're well aware of what I bring for them, then they'll be able to do those proposals. They'll be able to keep themselves in those groups. They'll be able to register themselves, so that when I come, we are not going to start from the scratch. We are not coming to teach them what they're supposed to do or how they're supposed to be. They're already aware of what is expected of them, and therefore work is going to be easy for us. So my one program that I have for women of Taita at this time is water, harvesting water, matanki ya maji. We are going to deal with this climate change. Tutapanda miti, tutapanda mboga, mpaka tupambane na hii mambo ya climate change, tumalize. Thank you very much.
Watch my sisters. Na yamesemwa yote. Walianza wakaongea yote. Anyway, I am at the table of decision making and making sure resources are shared in the county. My plan for the women is that I am going to be a very good representative at the decision making table. And we may not realize, but just as we said there aren't adequate women at those tables for decision making, it is the same even at the county departments. They are not adequate. So we have to have people there, and I see myself in this term trying to raise the voice that represents the women's issues in departmental meetings, decision making, and even at the governor's desk. That we make decisions that are not going to marginalize women further. That is number one. Number two, we are having a lot of women at the grassroots who are struggling with all the challenges that we are facing now. Famine, kukosa maji, wildlife conflict, all those things. And they are affecting women. So we are just rotating in poverty. But I'm challenging all of us who are here. My plan, now that I have met you here, we are saying we are professional women, aren't we?
We are.
We are professional women. That means we have had a chance of getting something, exposure, skills, which our sisters at the ground may not have. We have a lot of women groups, but they start and they fail. Why do they fail? They don't get the support in terms of skills. They don't get the support in terms of exposure. I'm sure all of us here are the way we are because of opportunities which we had for exposure, opportunities we had for skills development. And that's why we are managing our lives. But people who are facing the world the way it is now, and they have had no chance to get skills, they have had no chance to have exposure, they only know about Taita Taveta alone. So, my plan is to get all of us here involved. Please get in touch with me so we can link you. Even if it is just to one group, dedicate yourself to that one group and make sure they get the skills they need. They need skills in bookkeeping. They need skills in management of a group. They need skills in management of their projects. Where are the sisters who have got those skills? Just adopt a group or two and link up with a woman rep, our sister Haika, who has said she has the money. So if we link with a group or adopt a group, one or two, you will be monitoring at the end of the 5 years. While you have put us here to talk about our plan for 5 years. Our plan for 5 years for Taita Taveta is not just the four of us. It is all of us who are here. So we are going to request you to join us on this journey of making the lives of women in Taita Taveta, women and girls, making their lives better. We have girl children, we've got teenage girls, we've got younger women, and we've got the older women, all of them are represented here. So it's for you just to choose, where do we want to see this change happening? Change starts with us. It is not with somebody else. It starts with each one of us. So I am welcoming you to join us on this safari. You have had Mheshimiwa Dorcas's plan. You have had Madam President Milka Riga's plan. You have had the woman rep's plan. You have had my plan. Why don't you join us on this journey? Eh? Join with us and let us make the lives of women in Taita Taveta better. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's applaud them even better. I think we'll need more of these sessions, and because of the time factor, I would like us to close at that. And as the Madam DG has said, we all have a responsibility. So this evening, as we leave this place, let us reflect on our responsibility on picking up our fellow women and girls so as to make their lives even better. I want to thank all of you for allowing us to hear from you in this brief session. And we want to believe that anytime we call upon you so as to share, maybe in a panel like this or in any session, you will be available so that we continue to work together and walk together for the benefit of women and children of Taita Taveta, Kenya, and the world at large. Thank you very much. Tuwapigie makofi tena. So with due respect, I would also request that now we take back our seats where we were, and that is the end of this panel discussion. Asanteni sana.
On the national radar. I also want to thank Mami. Tulikuweka mahali pagumu. Tulikuambia ukijaribu kusema, hey, hii surprise ya Ribik, tutakusurprise wewe.